enough to be able to deliver a program that isn't schoolified.
We know in our field, like, I don't know, I can't remember the stats now, right? In the last 10 years, how many times childcare has moved from one ministry to another ministry to another ministry. And we've seen that. So to have a ministry that's solely dedicated to children is a key highlight. And we have gathered the international evidence as well that has shown and has proven where a home in the ministry, in a ministry of education idea, is the best place. We know this will be probably a generational shift, but where we have seen it work the best historically has been a home in the Ministry of Education.
And we're not naive about the challenges that exist there, which is why the plan does try to build in elements that we think can strengthen the childcare sector to come to the table as a more equal partner. But it will require, no plan is perfect, and even a plan that's pretty perfect requires us to stay active, to stay engaged, to be involved, to adjust as we go. This is about more than simply taking the words childcare from the list of responsibilities of one minister and putting it on another list, because as Emily says, we've been to that table before. So that is one, but not the only element of the plan. We do think that it is preferable to the creation of a new ministry for a couple of reasons. The first is that it always costs money to create a new ministry and create a new infrastructure, and we want to make sure that as every dollar gets as close to the front line as possible, right? Rather than putting it into bureaucracy, we want to build on one that already exists. The second is that historically new ministries, and childcare has been in a couple of new ministries, tend to be weaker ministries. They tend not to have the same clout at cabinet or at Treasury board, and given the broad public support for education, we actually think we have a better chance of being in a more well-established and well-resourced ministry than would be afforded us in a small marginal ministry.
What about the other programs and services that childcare links to, the other family support programs that exist? How might they fit within this vision for childcare?
Well, for us, we believe that it's actually a real natural fit for a variety of additional services that would come. Rita mentioned that, over 65,000 children in our province are accessing childcare today alone. And so we know that we have a huge responsibility to network people with additional services.
We are calling for a new investment. We're not calling for a reallocation from existing. I think we certainly see that the early year centers networks, as Emily has said, could act as a hub for a broader range of services, but our expertise and our mandate is in the early care and learning piece, and so we've extended invitations and dialogue with others to see how they might fit within it. Our priority was to put forward a plan that is based on our mandate, our expertise, and addresses what we see as the primary crisis that families are facing, which is the lack of access to quality childcare. So we see that this would allow the child care piece of the broader family support to become a player, a more active player with those other services in expanding even beyond this.
In my work in the Child Care Resource and Referral Program, we work with a lot of family child care programs. Where do they fit into this?
I think this is one of the exciting pieces, is that we really believe family childcare gives families and in our communities options for childcare, and that's what they want. So family childcares like group centers or other preschools and other programs are able to come in, and they are invited to come in and be part of this process.
And the networks that we spoke about are really envisioned as networks of full and part-time group programs with a range of neighborhood-based family child care. So it really, as part of the network. So they are come in or welcomed in under the very same conditions as any other kind of program.